Get ready, boys and girls, gather around. It's time for Bronze League Heroes.
Alright, Forts fans, welcome back to another episode of Bronze League Heroes here on SynergyGamingTV. Hopefully this is going to be an interesting one. Hopefully this will be an interesting one. I never know. I kind of look at the length of the videos and then kind of hopefully hope it's a good replay when I cast it. So let's do this. On the left-hand side, playing Pinch Fist, we have Bosia or Bosia, depending on where he's from, if it's German or Polish or whatever the case may be. Correct me in the comments below if I am incorrect on how I pronounced your name. On the right-hand side, we have Jannik, I believe, or Jannik. I guess would depend on where you're from. I'm thinking Jannik because that makes more sense that way. Also playing Pinch Fist. This, you guys, is a ranked match. We're floating it around rank 250, I believe, floating in there. So let's see what these guys are doing. All right, left-hand side here, Bosia. Okay, a 2x3, as we know. Try to avoid these. Make what we call a conversion plate or an adapter plate. Okay, where you'd shrink this top one to a 1x2, and then have this one on an angle, and then you can do some other stuff. Mainly because, as we've discussed, you can only place one device per bracing across a horizontal bracing or what is it, a strut? Strut goes across, beams are up and down. I can't remember. My construction knowledge is relatively limited. Other than that, we're looking all right. Early sniper, I like to see that. I like to see early snipers. That's really good. Unfortunately, hasn't placed down any additional mines yet, which is a little bit odd. And Jannik over here. Not building up top here, deciding to put the turbines down here. This is very common on this map to place the turbines here. If things get a little dicey, they typically end up with the droop snoop back here, and then turbines kind of hanging or doing the dangle. The fadangle, that's not good. Here, this can happen in situations where you're moving a little bit too quick with your APM. This can happen. This is, I mean, is it bad? No, but you made 2 nodes instead of 1. That's 800 energy and 1,000 metal that's been wasted. I guess wasted would be 50 metal and 400 energy. I like here that Jannik is going for additional economy. I find that in lower rank matches, once again, lower rank is like anything below 20. Essentially, maybe 30 on a good day. Again, these are at the time of the recording of this video, these are just estimates for the most part. Again, Bronze League Hero is not a league. It is simply any player that's not basically top tier. And we have the wrong overlay on again. You're not supposed to see those notifications. I keep forgetting to change it. So, as I was saying, I think in most situations where players try to do rushes like this, they typically don't have the APM required to maintain damage from these weapons and then move into other stuff. They typically just get hung up on these weapons. So we'll see if this is the case in this match. I hope not. It would be great to see some Bronze League games where they don't get stuck in that rut. Using these micro doors, as you guys can see, this is starting to become a thing. If you guys can let me know which pro started doing this. I know Mandalorian Jedi started grabbing it from someone, but I'm not sure. It might have been Mateo, maybe. This seems more like a Narf thing, to be blatantly honest. Narf's the crazy creative guy, but I know I have seen, I think I've seen Mateo use these as well. If you guys want to let me know where the origin of these come from. Rocket Barrage coming from Bosia. That's Polish, I believe, if you say Bosia that way, or Bosia if it's German, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Lots of damage coming in here. Unfortunately, looking here, Jannik is trying to counter these rockets with flak. When you're already being barraged by rockets, flak is not the answer. You want to get gunners down. Why? Because they're cheaper, they build faster, and they have that crazy RNG that can usually end up taking out most of the rockets. You can see here, though, that Bosia does have... he does have... Oh, an AP sniper. That's something you don't usually see at this rank, to be blatantly honest. That's really good. That's actually going to be really detrimental here if Bosia starts attacking these flaks here. Oh no! On the core. And Jannik. Okay. A little bit slow reaction time there. I'm going to assume that's not using hotkeys. Not using hotkeys, because that should have been relatively quick. You can see here the Jannik's got a couple gunners down. This is good. All right, lots of flak coming in here. Unfortunately, I don't think he knows that there's an AP sniper. And that's really bad. Because this is going to fire and it's going to hit this right there. I bet you. I bet you. Okay. Not firing. Why are you not firing? Fire! Okay, so this is what I was referring to about not having the APM. There it is. So you can see here, he's gotten a little further away from micro doors now. And, oh, I like the sandbag in front. It's actually kind of sneaky. I like that. I like that. I might even use that now. Interesting. I like that a lot. But he got in that rut there where he was focusing on the rockets and wasn't able to continuously fire his AP sniper. That is an issue, and it happens like we've said quite often where lower ranked players don't have the APM required to spam their sniper, use their rockets, get repairs done, build things, add some. I mean, he's still running on 2 mines. Right? Hopefully he's going to see. No, he's not. He's going to stay running on 2 mines. I think that regardless of the situation here, Jannik is going to be in a situation because he has a much stronger economy. He's going to be able to tank a lot more of that damage from these rockets and get repairs. But this is really good to see. Okay, and this is really good to see. Bosia here is continuously adding more damage. Now, we talked about in the last Bronze League Hero video where one of the players got stuck on 2 rocket launchers and didn't really progress through. That is one of the biggest problems that newer players or lower ranked players have when they try to do rushes of sorts. This guy is continuously adding more damage. Problem is, he's not continuously firing the weapons. Right? Devoting his APM to building this little bit of construction here rather than being able to hit 1 E. Right? Group 2, E, and continuously doing that while firing. While building, but while building, should be able to fire these weapons simultaneously. That just takes practice, and that's just getting familiar with the muscle memory on your hotkeys. Once again, guys, we've talked about hotkeys quite a bit. Shotgun blasts, you can see there that he's not pulling the shotgun right to the very end of its cone. For those of you guys that don't know, shotguns, the further you pull your aiming reticle to the edge of the large cone on the screen, the tighter the spread of the shotgun will be. So if you just open up and go to fire your shotgun and you place it right on the inside, it's going to have a huge spread. The further you drag it out, it's going to have a narrower spread. We're going to be talking about that in the weapons tutorial video for those of you guys that are new. Make sure to stay tuned for that. More rocket barrages coming over here from Bosia. A little sad that we have a pinch fist versus pinch fist, but it is ranked, and that's very typical in the ranked scenarios. Okay, so you guys can see here another situation I want to address here, that these flaks are auto firing. Something that top tier players tend to do is they will hotkey one of these flaks so that when he hears the doors open for rocket launchers, he will manually grab one of these flaks so they don't automatically fire. So what happens if the RNG misses the first shot automatically, then nice cannon shot there. Then you can see that he can fire the second flak manually and try and get the shot. So we've actually missed this while we've been talking. You can see here that Jannik has decided to go into the munitions plant and got himself a cannon built. That's like 3 minutes of gameplay that we have literally ignored. The whole fact that a cannon's coming here, guys. An exposed turbine. That's not a what? This is not a turbine. An exposed flak. Is that the right choice? I don't think so. That is a primary target for snipers. All right, so you can see these flaks are doing some serious damage. Shotgun's coming in here, taking out a turbine. Interesting match. Interesting match. There's a lot of kind of like weird back and forthness. I would be prioritizing a second door on here, and he's going for a 20mm cannon. Something you don't typically see in ranked games. I like that. 20mm cannon's going to wreak some havoc on those turbines. Shotgun blast takes out the exposed flat cannon, which we knew was going to happen. Very surprised by that decision. Flat cannon's doing lots of damage, and the sniper takes out the flak that was sitting in there. That was a great shot from Bosia. Very, very good shot. Rockets coming across again. More coming in here. So, I'd really like to see. So this is where the situation is going to run into. Bosia is going to run out of metal resources because he didn't place any mines, any additional mines. Something that you can actually already see the economic swing taking place here. While Jannik is starting to gain map control because he's got big weapons out. He's got a 20. He's got a cannon. But he's also got the infrastructure and the economy, at least metal-wise, to back it up. Is he going to need more turbines? Absolutely. Could he place a couple up here? Probably. That's what I would do in this situation. 20mm cannon going right for that weak spot. So, this is one of those situations we've talked about in the last video as well. Do not replace your sniper in here. You know that this is the weak spot. This is where the 20mm was aiming. You need to box this in, build up here a little bit, place your sniper up here, and close all of this in. This is very, very important. And he does. He replaces the sniper. Typical in lower ranked matches, players get stuck in that rut where they're just like, I just need to out APM the guy. That's not the answer here. This is probably going to kill him. If a cannon shot drops right in here, we talk about this actually on the core swing tutorial video about the angle of attack and the trajectories. This will kill him in one shot if the cannon comes in just right. So, lots of background bracing in the front here. Very surprising. Keep in mind, though, you guys, that background bracing doesn't succumb to damage as easily as foreground bracing does. So if you're worried about your base being cut down, not by buzzsaws, obviously. Woo! 3 rocket barrage taken out by Flax, putting in their serious work here. Flack and Frank and his entourage. Flack and Frank and Flack and Fred are putting in some serious work. We don't really have any Gary the Gunners or George or Garfield or Gunter. Not a whole lot happening here. Rope. 20mm cannon aiming for the rockets. Not sure that was the play. He probably could have won it had he shot up here at the core. At least taking out the sniper here again. But we have lost one of the rocket launchers. Bosia losing one of the turbines and still not placing down mines. By this point in the game, guys, we're sitting at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. There is no way he has the resources required to make repairs and things like this. He doesn't. You can see there he was repairing and nothing's being done. It's because he didn't place any mines down. This is a problem. It's typical to see in this map eventually as the map progresses. A lot of players will sell this mine off and move it over to get 2 in here. You can get 2 in all of these spots. They'll do it here with this one as well. And 20mm shooting for there. I'm not sure that's definitely not the play. Definitely not the play. But you can see here that Bosia no longer has the resources based on 2 mines. Unfortunately, he got all of the rest of his base was doing pretty good, but he didn't follow it up with infrastructure. And that is probably going to be the reason he loses this match. Had he gone for additional mines in there at one point instead of adding shotguns, if he would have switched and went to mines, there he goes. His 3rd mine coming down at 12 minutes and 20 seconds is a bit too far back. I don't think he's going to have the opportunity to make a comeback here. It's going to be relatively difficult to seize the day. A singular sandbag in front of the turbine. Not bad. Okay, so this here, guys, don't bring ropes downwards to connect to stuff. Okay, basically useless. You can see here it's just flopping in the wind. 20mm cannon doing some damage up here. Doesn't take out the sniper though, but there it is. So that's the shot I was talking about beforehand. Okay, I hope Bosia learns from this. This is really important, that when your opponent has a cannon, do not place a sniper up here, because it's a straight weakness. Literally comes straight down here and hits the core. It's GG. Box that in and move your sniper to somewhere else. Very important. If this anything anyone learns and he places it down there again, oh, probably the most frustrating thing to see in these replays is players that don't deviate from that. It's a great spot to put a sniper early game, but once heavy weapons start coming out, get rid of that sniper there and box that in. Very important. 20mm cannon still aiming down here. Not sure why. It seems okay. Box it in. Box it in. Box it in. Rocket barrage coming across. One flat cannon takes them all out. Wow. Puts in some serious work there. We got a blinky strut. We've seen many games in Fort's history where games have ended because of a blinky strut. I'm not seeing a lot of cross bracing. Okay, not a whole lot of cross bracing up here. This is again typical of lower rank games. Something that a lot of players typically forget, right? It's one of those APM things. Again, going for that weak spot into the core. Very, very standard game. I think Bosia, the biggest issues there is that the continuously replacing of the sniper above the core was a big mistake, and then not following up his attack with infrastructure. Guys, that was a really good game. That was Bosia versus Jannik. Pinch Fist versus Pinch Fist.